short Pilates workout for you today, just to keep you motivated in this difficult time. If I haven't met you before, if you haven't done these classes with me before, just please listen to your body. If any of you are holding any injuries or anything like that, just be mindful that some of these exercises may not be suitable for you if you've got any herniated discs or anything like that with your spine. Importantly is looking at our alignment, breathing and centering, but obviously if you haven't done Pilates before, that might be a little bit alien to you. Just please keep breathing and get that oxygen into the body. So I'm just going to get started really. I'm just using a raised mat so that you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. So we're going to start on our backs, and you want to think about the back of the head being nice and open, so just settle the head, move it side to side, get the back of the shoulders to release into the floor, and then feel the ribs just soften down. So you don't want flared rib cages, a nice feeling of that lower rib relaxing into the mat. We're going to bend the knees, we're going to place the feet flat to the floor in a parallel position, so about the width of your pubic bone, so about the fist between the feet. Lift all the 10 toes, spread them out, arms are going to be by your side. Just remember to take regular breaks if you need to. Come back to this video, you can add on a little bit more each time if you can't do the whole video, and have some water, a towel, cushion if you feel any discomfort lying on the floor. So just making sure your pelvis is in neutral, we're going to do some little pelvic tilts. So from here, you want to feel as if you're just gently letting your lower back soften into the mat, and you'll feel it open out into the floor, and your pubic bone will be lifting slightly towards your belly button. And then you're going to gently release it back to a neutral position, so it's sort of flat, pubic bone, hip bones are level. And you're going to do that again a couple of times. So you're going to breathe out as you let the spine release into the floor, keep the feet balanced, and breathing in as you come back to neutral. So you're breathing nice and wide into the back and side of the ribs, taking that breath in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So we're focused on a nice thoracic lateral breath, breathing out, drawing gently belly button to spine, no bracing, and then breathing in as you come back to neutral. We'll do that once more, breathing out, and then come back to neutral. So you're trying to keep the back of the pelvis balanced as you're staying on that mat. We're going to do a rib cage closure just to get the arms in a nice position. We're going to take the arms away from the mat, take them behind you, no lower than the ears. And as you're doing that, feel as if they're long and lengthened. Breathing out, the lower ribs are into the floor. Breathing in, return them down to the side of the body. We'll do that a few more times. You're breathing out, keep them long and lengthened, shoulders relaxed. And you're breathing in as you return back down. And again, breathing out, breathing in, keeping that core connection. So you're feeling as if you've got a big belt or a corset around the full width of your lower abdominals, around the back. We never brace, we just use them when we need to support that lower back and to keep our stability in our trunk as we move our arms and legs. Let's bring the arms up to a shoulder drop position. You can turn them whichever way feels comfortable for your shoulders. Make sure you haven't lifted your shoulders off. We'll do our full spine curl. Feet flat to the mat. You're going to breathe out, let the lower spine release into the floor. And then lifting up through into your bridge position. The arms are going to come down to the mat as you do that. Hold it there. Feel as if you've got a long line from the shoulders to the hips, to your knees. Pubic bone is always higher than your hip bone, so you're not arching into that lower back. Tailbone is long. And as you breathe out from there, roll bone by bone, right from behind the sternum. The arms lift away from you, all the way back into ribcage closure. Keep the ribs closed. Breathing in, exhale. Lower spine releases, down into the feet. Lift the hips up. Don't really push too much into the arms, they're just assisting you. Breathing in at the top, keep the feet still, and exhale. Release it low, bone by bone, all the way down. Good. And we're going to keep that going, just in your own time. We'll just do 2 more. This is going to be your final one, and we're going to stay with that bridge lift. So the pelvis is in the air. Just make sure the feet are well underneath your knees there, not too close. Just feel the pole of the foot stabilizing. Holding it in that position. Pelvis is staying still, so don't let the pelvis drop. Keep that long line. Knees extending towards the toes. Single heel lift. You're going to peel your right heel off, bring it down, and then change left. Just lifting 1 foot at a time. So the knee is going straight forwards towards your toe, keeping the pelvis lifted. This is when you want to drop it. So you've got to stabilize through the core, belly button to spine, pelvic floor is lifting. We're going to lift the right heel up, hold it there, and then we're just going to swap. So as one comes down, the other one comes up, like a little scissor. That's it. So pressing it down, pressing it up. But try not to lose the height of the pelvis. Pushing the hips up. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both heels, hold. And as you do that, I want you to feel as if the knees are coming further away. And then lower the heels down. And again, pressing up and hold. Fight that resistance so you're not letting the pelvis drop. Keeping the height of the hips, lower the heels down. Really feel that opposition. Pressing into the toes, ball of the feet, base of that big toe. And as the heels lower, feel the hips staying lifted and long. And again, bring it up. Just keep that breath flowing. And lower down, feel the opposition. And again, once more, hold it up there. And then you're going to lower slowly down. Let's bring the pelvis down bone by bone till it returns back into your neutral position. If you feel any tension, just let the legs extend up and down. Move the pelvis side to side. Bring the feet back into your parallel position. Arms are going to come away and then they're going to come behind your head. If you can interlink the fingers, if not, just do what you can. It's not the neck, it's behind the skull. So from here, elbows are wide, lift them off the mat. You create a basket. This is just to support your head, it's not to lift the head. So from here we're going to do some curl-ups, keeping the pelvis in neutral. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, nod the head, lift the neck, and lift up your upper spine. Keep the head relaxed. And then breathing in as you go down. Exhale up. Keep that space between the chin and the chest. And then breathing as you go down. Exhale up. Breathing in as you go down. Keep that going. You should not see any movement of the pelvis as you come up. So that pubic bone is not coming towards you like before, it's staying still. And you want to feel as if your hips are coming together. Those hip bones, keeping that connection to the center, and then coming down. 2 more curl-ups. Breathing out. And then breathing in. And again, hold it up. Hold it here. So let the head become nice and heavy in the hands. Relax the shoulders. We're going to do some single knee folds. So the movement is coming from the upper spine. Yeah, you're flexing. You're not bringing the head further forwards. The head is moving because you're lifting your spine. You're not pulling on the head. And as you unweight each foot, just be careful the pelvis doesn't do a little dip side to side. Keep looking long towards the knees. So you're not looking to the ceiling, your eyes really dictate where your head is. Think of the thigh bone being heavy into your pelvis here. We'll do 1 more on the left, and let's bring it down and lower the head to the mat. Good. Take the arms to a wide V, palms facing up. We're going to take our legs into a double knee fold for hip rolls. You can do this with the feet on the floor. Otherwise, take it into a double knee fold. Knees and feet adducted, which is together. Back of the pelvis is heavy, stabilized through your center. Taking the knees to whichever side, we're going to go to the right. more or less a 2 o'clock position, but don't dictate that. This is how much you need to go, as far as you can maintain the shoulders open on the mat. Bring it back to centre in about a 10 o'clock or even less, whatever feels comfortable. So you don't want to lose that connection in your centre. It's all about control, not about flexibility. Breathing out to come back to centre, breathing in as you take it over. Keep doing this, or return with your feet to the mat and do the same thing, or add on a leg extension. The top leg will lengthen. Keep the knees together, keep the leg long. Bring the legs back up, keep the legs straight, that's lengthened out, and then bend the knee back in. So as you hip roll over, you extend the top thigh, extend it away, lift the leg in a straight position, and bring the knees down. Keep that going, please. You should feel no tension in the head or neck. It's all about the core. So keep breathing, keep smiling. Good. Pushing it back to the top. We're going to do one more each side, please. Exhaling. And then gently bring those knees in. Good, place the feet down to the mat. Let's do our curl up. So back into our hip distance apart. Hands come behind the head. So we're going to do some oblique curl ups. So as you start to curl up, you start to go to your right side. It's not about elbow, it's shoulder to knee. And then come back to centre. As soon as you start to lift up, you do your rotation. Breathing out, breathing in, come back. So you don't want the knees to do a wander side to side. You're trying to keep them still and look long beyond those legs. Exhale up. Breathing in to come back. As we curl up, we're going to extend the arm towards the outside knee. Bring it back. And again, outside. Add this if you feel alright to do that. We're going to add a knee fold if you can. So take that knee, hold it here. We're going to extend, bring it back in. Extend, bring it back in. Extend, bring it back in. And then bring it back to the mat. Change left side. As you come up, you hold it there. You extend, bring it back in. Hold it there. Keep lifting up so that right arm is lengthening forwards. Bring it back in. Come back to centre and down from that position. Let's go back up again, hold it there. Rotate. From there, we're just going to do little lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to centre. Other side. Take your time up, curl up, hold it there, relax your shoulders, arm lengthened. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to centre. Good. Arms by your side. Just roll side to side with your hips. Take the legs to a lengthened position. Arms along to the top of your mat. Actually, I'm going to turn this way only because I'm going to do some other things and you need to see me in that position. So, arm is long. So nice long body, making sure you've got a little bit of a space underneath you. You can have your head or put a cushion here, yes, from there. You're going to keep your legs long and lengthened. You can have the bottom knee bent if you want to, making sure you've got that good support. So we're going to point the toe up, flex it to come down. So you just point and lift, flex to come down. Keep that going. So point, flex, lower down. So working through the whole foot. So it really changes how the leg works as you flex and point. Getting some good mobility in the ankle joint as well. Let's just do 2 more, please. Hold that leg at hip height. Just tiny little lifts for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bringing it down from there. Bend the knees, pushing up into a side plank position. So from here, I'm going to come up to the top there. You can have your knees bent, yes, on the elbow plank position. Lift up from the underside, arm down here. So you're going to come up into that side plank position, side bend. Have your arm either on your waist or up to the ceiling. If you normally do it with the leg out, you can. Might make it a little bit easier having that leg to support you. Or if you can do both legs, either cross the front leg on top, hold it up there, or let the heels come together. We're going to hold it for 10 counts from here. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly bring it down into a front support position, coming up if you can adjust. And we're going to lift up into a downward dog. So stretch it out. And you're going to come forwards into that plank. And you have 5 of these, pushing it back and then pushing it forwards. Pushing it back, exhale and inhale. Whatever breath helps you. Come forwards into that plank position and hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring in the knees underneath you. Just do a little rest position here. Just tuck your tailbone under. A couple of breaths in that position. And then we're going to just move, I'm going to move further back just so you can see me a bit more clearly. 4-point kneeling. So from here, you want to make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Yep, nice and wide across the collarbone. And then just think about that support. So lifting up. So you shouldn't be changing the spine to lift up. You're thinking as if you're suspended by your belly button, basically. Arm length, arm lifts forward. So keeping the weight between the hands and the knees equally. And then you're going to lift one arm up and then bringing it down. So it might look quite easy this, but if you do it properly, keeping that weight balanced, you have to really center yourself. You have to really use that breath to help you. We do not want the head to drop. So make sure you keep your eye gaze a little bit longer towards the front of the mat. So using that pelvic floor, deep muscles in the lower abdominals, your transverse. Keeping the waist equal on both sides, so you're not letting that rotation of the shoulders happen. Good, we're going to keep this going, 4 more. So really feel that upper back working as you lift the arm up and down. 2. Have you got 1 more? I think. Good. And then you're going to release it back. Just tuck it under. So from here, we're going to change the side that we're working. So we're working the right leg before, left leg now. So you're going to start, make sure you're nice and long, so use your mat. This is important. The mat is your only thing you've got to look about where you are on the floor. So it's a little bit shorter, this mat, this raised mat that I'm on. So make sure right on top of your shoulder, hip, waist is lifted, centering yourself. Lower leg can be bent, that's your option. I'll keep my lower leg straight for this one. Just let the feet softly point, lift the leg up hip height. Flex the foot and then bring it down. Keep the chin nice and lifted from the chest so that you're not letting your head drop. So you're lifting up pointed, you'll flex and push the heel away and then bring it down. Just be careful this shoulder doesn't start to compress as you hold yourself here. Keeping that bottom leg really active into the floor. It's going to help you stay lifted and connected to that mat. We're going to do 2 more. Next time you come up, you're going to stay with that lifted position. Let's flex the foot, and then we're going to lift it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's bring it down. Do a little stretch if you need to. And from here, you're going to push up into a plank position. Sorry, we're going to, a side bend position. So you can have your knees bent, one leg in front, one leg bent, one leg straight, or both legs stacked. Yeah, so it's really important that you've got that shoulder, elbow underneath your shoulder, but enough space to lift up and work the muscles underneath. Pushing in from there, let the head become nice and centered between the body, and then lifting up. And we're going to hold this for 10 counts from here. So it's your 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can go straight into an elbow plank and push up into a front support position. Yeah. From here, you're going to lift up into that downward dog. Adjust your legs. You don't have to have the heels to the floor. Just keep the ears in line with your elbows, looking nice and long, and then come forwards. That's it. So use whatever breath helps you. You can breathe in as you go forward. Push the head forwards, chest projecting there, hips up. Exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. We'll do 2 more, please. Let's hold it here forwards and then bend the knees. Good. From there, stay in your 4-point kneeling position. I'm going to start back on 4-point kneeling. We're going to do some single leg slides with a leg lift. So arms right into your shoulders, knees into the pelvis, just where you were before. Good. From here, you're going to stretch that right leg back, and then you're going to just lift it up, and then bring it back in. And we're going to alternate sides, nothing else. So just like before, you're keeping the collarbone nice and wide, trying to bring the knee back in where you took it from. And it is hard. I usually have a mat with a little bit of a line on it. It does give you a little bit of feedback. Just try and find that other knee, bring it back up. Keep your head nice and lifted. So wherever your head is, it'll dictate what happens to your spine. If your head starts to drop, start to round the shoulders and lose it all. So you've got to really keep that neck long and lengthened. Good. We'll have 4 more. Two to go. I've probably added 2 extra more. And then from here, just do a little stretch, rest position. And then you're going to come forward onto your mat in a prone position, into just a swan. So make sure your shoulders are comfortable, forehead on the mat, feet resting on the floor. You can have them slightly apart together, whatever feels comfortable. Just let your pelvis balance, pubic bone, hip bones, center yourself. Feel that little bit of a connection to your center, belly button to spine. Roll the nose forward, head lifts up, breathing out, lift into that swan. So you're not going to go about height, it's not pushing into the hands, but just using the upper back, lengthening the spine up, and then coming straight back down. Forehead relaxes. Roll it forwards, exhale up. Breathe it in at the top, and exhale to come back down. Keep that going. Roll the nose forwards, exhale up. Inhale and exhale down. If you want to add a double arm lift or a single arm lift, you can. Roll it up, lift it up, either one hand or both. Breathing in and then breathing out, come down. So just keep the hands down first, roll it forwards, lifting up, use the upper back. Breathing in and release it down, exhale. 2, 3 more, roll it forwards, exhale up. Lifting it up and then slowly down. 2 to go. And down. Hold it up there. Keep that belly button lifted and 4, 3, 2, 1, release it down, hands underneath your shoulders, pushing back into your rest position of choice. You can then have the knees a bit wider if you want to. It's about tucking the tailbone, it's not about how far you get down. Just let the arms relax. From here we're just going to roll up into a seated position, come back onto a 4-point kneeling. We're going to do opposite arm and leg. So it's adding on the 2 exercises we did before together. So keep the shins into the floor, pressing into the hands. So from here we're going to slide that right arm forwards like we did before, left arm lifts and hold. So use that bottom of the right foot, pushing into that left hand and then bring it down. Good, and just change sides. And down. Again, breathing in and out. Hold it here. Feel the arm lengthening away, keep the neck relaxed. Lengthen that leg further, don't lift it higher, lengthen it away. Keep that chest lifted for 4, 3, 2, 1, and change without rounding the back. Keep the pelvis in neutral. Hold it there. Lift the chest. Lift that heart up. And for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax it down. Good. From here, let's bring those legs around to the front. So we're going to just sit we're going to sit up here and we'll do a spine rotation actually, I think first. Long frog position. Sit on a cushion if you want to prop yourself up, if you feel you can't maintain that neutral spine. So you want to feel your sit bones underneath you. Your head is nice and relaxed on top of your shoulders. Feel as if you have that imaginary wall behind you. You may be not connecting to the back of the head, but you want to try and get the back of the shoulders, hopefully somewhere there. And let's take our hands and we're going to just place them into a little Cossack position. So keep the shoulders relaxed, chest is open, pelvic floor is lifting. You're going to breathe out, go to the right. Come back to center, breathing in. And exhale. Breathing in. And right, exhale. Breathing in. And left, exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, right. Breathing in, exhale lift. 2 to go. Last one. Good. Just take that release, let the legs have a little stretch out. Half a roll back position. You can either have your feet and legs together, knees and feet together, or you can have them just slightly in parallel. Yeah, don't worry about the toes being on the floor. It depends how much flexibility you have in your front of the legs here, your shins and your ankles. So they're going to take the arms in a forward position. So you're sitting right on top of your sit bones. Arms are lengthened. Let's roll back off your sit bones, off your tailbone. Hold it there. Breathing out. Breathing in. Exhale, coming forwards. Keep that C curve and lift up. And again, inhale, soften the pelvis. Exhale, roll back. Breathing in. Breathing out, coming forwards and lifting up. Just 2 more like that. Inhale, soften, exhale, roll. Remember, the breath is important, but just breathe in and out when you can. And coming forwards. Good. We're going to take it back. We're going to hold it here. Let's open the right arm out. Make sure your ribs move with you. Come back to center. Let's change left. Breathing in. Exhale. Good. Keep it going. Breathing in. Exhale. 2 more, please. Exhale. Come forwards. Let's take the legs into a sort of saw position. Take the arms out, slightly forwards. Either flex the feet if you can. Sit on a cushion if you need to for this one as well. You're going to inhale, and then you're going to take it for 3, 2, 1, and up. We're not bouncing yet. It's not a ballistic exercise. Backhand lowers down. You're sawing off that little toe. 2, 1, and up. Come back to center. Use your core. Inhale, exhale. Keep the left hip bone really heavy. 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, center. 2, 1. Coming up. 1 more to each side. 1 more to the left, actually. This is your last one. You can add a few more because it's a really nice one. Come back to center. And let's bring those legs together for our full roll up. Half a roll back for anyone who does not feel like they can get all the way up and down from the floor. We'll do the half a roll back first, then we'll go into the full roll up. You can have your feet flex, which is a lot harder. Just make sure you don't hyperextend the knees if you're like me, with a little bit of excessive mobility there. So just feel your chest lifting. Slide off your sit bones, roll it back bone by bone. We're going to hold it here about halfway. So you'll find a sweet spot where you think, I can hold this, it's pretty okay. Challenging, but it's not too bad. Yeah, maybe just go a little bit further and then come all the way back up into your spine stretch. So don't drop the head like this. Make sure your neck is long and lengthened. And then roll it back up. We're going straight down now, all the way, bone by bone. Feel the back of the ribs connect, arms and rib cage closure. Inhale, exhale, nod your head and curl up. Into that spine stretch forwards. Good. And just continue. I'm just going to shuffle forwards. Yeah, because I haven't got that much space here. Roll it back. As the arms come to the ceiling, then you start to nod the head. Keep the arms low, low. So they're right down the side of the legs, and then they go forwards into that spine stretch, and then coming back. Get them low down. Shoulders are relaxed. Take them down and back. Inhale, exhale. Pushing it away. Good. So it's not hamstring stretch when you go forwards, it's a spine stretch. It does take a long time to get that one, to get the meaning of it and the sensation of stretching your spine. Yeah, keeping the hips level. Good, keep it going. 2 more. You can do a few more if you're up to it. And as you go down for the next one, you're going to stay down. So you can add a few more if you want to. As you go down, bring your knees in and take them in towards your chest, and to prepare for our single leg stretch. So from here, hands around the shin. You keep the back of the head on the floor, otherwise you're going to take it into a curl up. Take your right knee in, so the outside hand goes to the ankle. Don't pull too much, you're drawing the top of the thigh in, and then you're swapping. Breathing in for 2 and out for 2. Keep the same height of the leg, so find that target and hit it each time. Good, keep the height of the chest lifted. Good. Breathing in, 2, exhale, 2. Breathing in, 2. Find the opposition. 2 more sets. In, 2, exhale, 2, in, 2, exhale, 2, and then bring the knees in, lower down, just hold it there. We're going to finish with a crisscross. You did it sort of at the beginning in a curl up. We're going to take the hands into rib cage closure, back of the head, elbows around the face, back of the neck, open, nod your head, curl up. We're going to do it slow first. Right knee goes in as you go, opposite shoulder to knee. Yeah, lift up, hold it there, come back to center, and exhale. Draw that knee closer, inhale, exhale. Draw that top knee in towards you, come back to center, inhale, exhale. Draw that top knee in, exhale. Feel the opposition, inhale, exhale. 2 more slow, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and let's pick it up, and 8, 6, 4, 2, and then bring it in and relax. Do some more if you're mindful to do, but I'm finished now. A little bit of rocking, hands just loosely. Just lift the pelvis up towards you. Feel that stretch in the lower back. Nod your head into a little bit of a rocking. Massage that lower back. If this isn't for you, find a better way to come up. You're going to come all the way up, pushing the back of the thighs in there. And we're going to take right leg in front, left leg behind into a Z-sit. Just square your pelvis off towards the front of the room. Left arm down, right arm up. Just side bend over. Just lift that heart up. Look towards your hand. Just keep that breath flowing. Come back to center and take the arm down. Slide it quite far away into that long diagonal position. And then over you go. So you feel as if that left hip is really pushing away from that right arm, from that left armpit. Open that chest. Pushing into that hand, slide it in, back up there. One more into that lovely diagonal. Bend the elbow, over you go. And then pushing back up. Let's roll it around. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can just stack your knees. Some people really find that Z-sit quite a problem, but with time it does get easier. Honestly, just trust me, it does. From here, right hand down, left arm up, center yourself, over you go. So it's not about the arm, it's about the spine. Or flexing the spine in a lateral position. Good. Use that breath to assist you. Taking the arm down into that diagonal position, chest is open, bending that arm, take it over, palm faces in. So here, really find how that right hip opens away as the arm lengthens. And you can see all my grey hair. Sorry. Yeah, it's not a professional video, this is just me at home. Yeah, and then we're going to go over, perhaps have a little look up on the side as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's something you can come to, you can add it onto your workout if you're used to doing a bit more active workouts. Yeah, but it's a good thing to do to connect your mind and body at this time, especially. Really get that breath to help you to relax. You can maybe do it at night time before you go to bed. It's really important to keep our spines nice and healthy and our bodies moving at this time. So hope everybody stays well, and we'll see each other soon, I hope, and take care. Bye for now.